Hello everyone and welcome to week 6 of the NDBL. This week we are up against SirKill and the Dubai Dragon Riders, and it's actually a very important match. If you remember, last week we got an incredible upset victory up against Phoenix and the Toronto Typhlosions. We won 1-0, which was incredible. I'm still shaking from it, honestly, but it's time to focus on this week's match because this is probably one of the most vital weeks. We're getting closer to playoffs. There's only 4 weeks left till playoffs officially begin, and I would love to be able to clinch a position. Out of the 12 teams in the league, 8 of them are going to get playoff positions, and 2 have already been eliminated. So that does help our odds, but we are currently sitting at the number 8 seed in the league, so we've got to keep fighting our absolute best right if we want to make it into playoffs. This week we are up against SirKill and the Dubai Dragon Riders. I might have already mentioned that, but we're not going to worry about that. And they have a terrifying team and record. They are currently sitting at 4-0. We are sitting at 2-3. But if we can get a win this match, our odds of getting into playoffs go way up. And they just need to get, our opponent needs to get one more win to get into playoffs. So we need to get like minimum 2 to get in. But I think we got good chances with the teams that are coming up next week. Some of them are quite new to Draft League, but we've really got to focus. This is an important week. At first I was thinking we don't stand a chance against this team, but then I realized we didn't stand a chance against Phoenix last week, and we managed to do it. So if we try really, really hard, don't give up. I actually have pictures of what my team's stats are. We could pull this one out. So let's jump into me describing to you lovely people what the team is. Also, I would like to say a quick shout out to the MVPs last week, Dredge, Patch, and Gannon. None of them have shown up this week because they deserve a break after hard carrying the rest of us through that week last time. So, the Dubai Dragon Riders are a very scary team. The only team that they have lost to this entire season was Phoenix, who we beat. So we might actually stand a chance at. Going through their team, they drafted Mega Abomasnow. I don't think Mega Abomasnow has a great chance coming. It doesn't work too well against our team. But if it does, it's a very hard hitter, an incredible mon. Its attack stat is through the roof. Ice is a very good offensive type because it just can hit so many things super effectively and just neutrally. And it's also got the grass typing. And grass is just solid against ground and rock, and ground is of course one of the best offensive typings in the game, especially in Draft League. Next up is Greninja. This thing is terrifying. If you remember in our first ever Draft League, which please don't watch, it is terrible, it was the XPDLA, we drafted a Greninja with Protein, and it was our MVP by a long shot, but we now have to fight it, and it's terrifying. Protein, or Protean, I don't know how to pronounce it, is a special ability that, whereas whatever move you use, your Pokemon turns into that type. So, which means there's pretty much nothing we can do to properly prepare to fight this thing. Our one hope is that it's incredibly frail. But Greninja can hit very hard, can change out of type, so it's hard to hit it super effectively. The only way to guarantee to hit it super effectively, pretty much, is to switch in a type that we know it has a move that's weak to, but we can still hit them super effectively with a move from our type, which isn't a great situation to be in. And if that wasn't bad enough, they've also drafted Latias. Latias is just, it's not the Mega version, which is nice, but it's an incredible Dragon Psychic type. It can hit really hard with Draco Meteor, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt. It also has defog options. It's just, you don't want to face Latias. But we are. Silvally, really terrifying. Those last two that I mentioned, I think they're all definitely going to come because they're such a good core. Silvally, in this league, it is allowed to be any type in the game if it holds the plate. So, it can, there's no way. I have not even attempted to prepare for it because it could be literally anything, and there's no way I can get ready for that. I can't prep for 18 different Silvallies, and especially if I might not even come. Their fairy type, because you've always got to draft a fairy type, is Florges. This thing I don't see coming. I have bought stuff to counter it if it does, but it's just a very scary mon. Moonblast is very good if it can set up like Calm Minds or something. It can do a lot of damage and really rip through teams. Toxicroak, I think Toxicroak might be coming, but I'm on the fence about that one. It's got the poison fighting typing, which is a very good typing, but a lot of the mons on our team can counter that very well. It's got the quad weakness to psychic, which we have. Ditto. That's a terrifying Pokemon. That thing can turn into anything on our team and learn our sets like that. So we've got to have counters to that thing. Then we got even more terrifying Pokemon as we get to their 4 free picks. Zeraora. I've never seen this thing before in battle. I'm terrified. It's got the electric typing and Volt Absorb. It can hit insanely hard with close combat, Plasma Fists, knockoff. And I've had to bring like multiple Pokemon just to counter it. Then we've got Corviknight. Corviknight is, I don't see Corviknight coming, but it's a solid flying steel type. It doesn't have too many great weaknesses, and it's just a good defogger really. Seismitoad is their penultimate Pokemon. This thing is incredible. It's got the ground water typing, so it's only hit super effectively by grass type moves or freeze dry. I don't have any grass type Pokemon. I didn't draft any, so that sucks for us. And finally, Alolan Marowak with the Ghost Fire typing. It's the second most terrifying draft in this league behind the Bedtime Bidooфs, who are also facing. If I had to choose the team they're bringing off the top of my head, I would say Greninja, Latias, Silvally, Toxicroak, Zeraora, and Seismitoad. But I prepared for everything. Let's jump into the team I bought that you could have seen this entire time. First up is Helen the Mega Camera. Helen runs through their team. So Helen can hit super effectively Mega Bomber Snow, Toxicroak, Ditto if it turns into Helen, Zeraora, Corviknight, and Alolan Marowak. More than half of their team can be hit super effectively by this thing, which is insane. And that's just the ground type moves. I'm running Earth Power and Fire Blast for the stab, Stealth Hawks because if I can set that up that's great, and Will-O-Wisp because I'd love to cripple something like the Zeraora or maybe even the Greninja. I've run 188 HP with 68 in attack, which lets us have a good chance of one-shotting their, I think it's their Corviknight. One of the mons, I didn't write that down. I can't spend that much time in this match because I have other responsibilities in life, and I spend too much time on my phone. But that's neither here nor there. And everything into special defense because we need to take those hits from Greninja. Next up, Darkseid the Umbreon, the only member of the team to never faint. That's probably going to change. Darkseid is incredibly bulky, and that's the thing here. Darkseid is our Seismitoad counter because they can just sit on the field. Seismitoad can hit them. We can just protect with leftovers up. We've got Toxic and Heal Bell to heal all the ones on our team if we are toxic. I have brought four incredibly bulky mons, so having the ability to heal Bell and keep them that way is very important. Foul Play, so I don't have to put anything into attack. Toxic Protect. Darkseid is very important in this match. I've noticed Darkseid and Helen both work really well against our opponent's team and are probably going to be our most important mons. And then very quickly, as I went through the other mons, I was running out of good options for other team members. And by the time I got to Manny, who is on here, spoilers, it was literally just a coin flip on who I was bringing. Next up, though, is Hi Ducky. This is another one that was very helpful this week. The last one that I am certain about bringing. It's got Leftovers and Levitate. We are carrying Moonlight for that healing. Toxic because I'd like to be able to... They don't have any clerics on their team, which we are carrying, and the ability to toxic a lot of the team is absolutely great. They do the Florges cleric, but I'm just going to hope that they aren't running Heal Bell on that, or Aromatherapy, or anything really. Calm Mind because I'd love to set up with Moonblast just to hit stuff hard. I mixed my special defense EVs and then put everything into HP. This thing's just meant to sit there and take hits, and hopefully it can outlast a Florges. I honestly don't know. I decided not to run a Psychic type stab move on this thing because Moonblast did better against their team than any Psychic type moves did. But I did carry Psychic. I didn't carry Psychic on anything, I don't think. Which isn't a great thing, but we got Camera up for Toxicroak, so it's fine. Clefable has come. Artemis. This thing has come every single week and is normally very good, excluding last week. It's very good. Calm Mind to set up with sub. I don't really have a plan for sub, but I have this gut feeling that I'm going to need it. Soft Boiled is there to get HP back, and Moonblast is just there to hit the team. Dex is coming. First time Dex gets to be our team hazard removal. That's normally been Ganon's job. Dex is going to try it out this week. Don't mess it up, Dex, because this is a very important week for us to win. We've got Heavy Duty Boots to sing as fast as it can be without having the Choice Scarf, but I need to be able to get it in and defog. We've also got Volt Switch so we can get out of those situations. Shadow Ball for Latias, and Hidden Power Grass for the Seismitoad, if that's a switch in. And finally, I mentioned before, Manny. Manny probably isn't the best mon to pick, but I needed to choose something, and the match is tomorrow. And I've got homework to do, and I've also got to write a script, and I've got to learn lines for a play, and I've got to do exercise, and I've got to cook dinner. I've got a lot of stuff on my plate right now. Pun intended. Was that a pun? I don't have time to figure that out. I literally went with the exact Smogon design for Mamoswine. I swapped out Choice Band for Choice Scarf because I feel like speed helps. But we're carrying Earthquake, Icicle Crash, and Ice Shard to Earthquake for stab, Icicle Crash for stab, Ice Shard for that priority, and Knock Off to get rid of any items on things like the Corviknight, the Latias, the Greninja, whatever they're switching for this thing is. Anyway, that is our team. I'm actually recording this team builder before the match, which is nice. I'm terrified because I really want this to go well. If this goes well, we could be going to playoffs, which would be insane after such a rocky start at the beginning of the season. If we do lose, our chances of going to playoffs aren't gone. I think if we lose 5 matches, our chances of playoffs go way down. Right now, you can skip ahead to the battle if you want. I don't mind. But if you are interested in standings, right now 5 teams have. One team is clinched and is definitely getting into playoffs no matter what. I think 4 teams. Yeah, 4 teams are 1 win away, including SirKill, our opponent. If they get 1 more win in the next 4 weeks, they get into playoffs. Then another 5 teams, including me, host, my friend, who I've mentioned before on the channel, Coach AJB, who I think we have fought before, because they're the coach of the Tennessee Titans, the Indianapolis Infernape, who beat us, and one more person, a new trainer called Lucky Luxray, who replaced the Carefree Fables. All of us are fighting for those last 3 spots. And right now, if I win this match, AJB is eliminated from the tournament, which is huge, and host's chance of getting in go way down. So this is if I lose this, host's chance go up, and AJB is not eliminated. So AJB, I'm sorry if you're watching this, but I've got to beat you now. Really, I do. But anyway, that's the team. I'm gonna hop into the match, and I'll see you all later. Let's fly Flygons. Okay. I'm so nervous. I've got everything I could possibly have ready. I'm not seeing a Zero Aura. That's great. I'm really happy about that. I'm also not seeing a Latias, which is also great. My stomach is freaking out right now. I'm feeling a very likely lead from either Toxicroak or Greninja, which makes me want to go Artemis. Okay, I went Artemis. So it was Greninja who led. Okay, let's do some calcs. Clefable versus a Greninja, specially based protein. Dunk Shot does 65%. If this thing is a poison type, like pure poison, Moonblast only does about 35%. I think I'm gonna do it in case. Yep. Okay. What was my defense? My defense was 245. It's a physical Greninja. I didn't think of that. Okay, so it's got to be a physical Greninja. That's the only way it did that much damage. Is it Choice Band? Is that a physical Choice Band Greninja? What was my Clefable's? My Clefable's defense was 245. And that wasn't a crit. I think that was a Choice Banded Greninja. So I get to really toxic something here? Unless my calcs are wrong. Okay. Greninja, physically based protein, does 91%. Still doesn't normally one-shot. Okay, so it's gotta be a band. Cresselia, that is about 27%. I'm gonna toxic something because they gotta switch out. Why is this thing doing so much damage? How is this thing doing so much damage? What if it's a... I didn't look at the nature. It's an adamant... U-turn... An adamant U-turning Greninja. That only does 35%. Okay, this thing has been toxic. It's gonna go for a ghost type move now. So I get to go into Dark Side. I need to quickly go to Showdown. There it is. Reconnect. Marowak. What does this thing have? Does this get any fighting type moves? It gets Brick Break for Umbreon. I think I can safely switch in. Oh my god, why is everything doing so much damage? It should be illegal to bully me like this. What was that damage? Jeez. This is as bulky a team as I can bring. Offensive. Against a Umbreon. This is a physically, especially defensive Umbreon, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's 207. This thing has to be max speed. I protect here. How much did it do last time with Flare Blitz? 69%, so yeah, I don't take that. I think I get a free switching into Helen right now. What the hell? I think I just lose this game. I kind of assumed that I resisted this thing. But God, I do not. I'm gonna get 6-0'd right now. Flare Blitz has 50% of my health. And I don't outspeed. How much does it do to a Mamoswine? One shots Mamoswine. I think I've got to let this thing go down. So I'm gonna Mega Evo Earth Power. Yep. 309. I am going to... I'm faster than this thing. There's no way this thing isn't choice band. And that means I'm faster. So I've got a... There's Hidden Power Gas. Hidden Power Gas has to KO. Yes! I get the prediction! That didn't do anywhere near as much damage as I needed it to. What's this thing gonna do to me? What does a Seismitoad do to a Rotom? I always misspell Seismitoad. Defog set. This thing can knock off to 73% of my health. I'm just gonna Hidden Power again. And hope that they switch out. So I can get some chip damage in on something. I think I just lose this game, honestly. They have been hitting me too hard with everything and I didn't prepare. If instead of Hex I am Shadow Ball, and instead of Will-O-Wisp I am Grass Knot. This thing's very defensive and Grass Knot's definitely the way to go. It's a bug type Silvally. Okay. It's gonna try to Swords Dance. If I say it is a bug type, yeah, Shadow Ball does about 40%. Yep, and it's gonna work up. I've just got a Shadow Ball again. I really needed a crit there. Rotom lives! Rotom just gets to click Shadow Ball and knock this thing out. Okay, that was an important live. Thank you, Rotom. We're not gonna get 6-0'd. We're gonna be the first team that they beat that they don't 6-0, which is nice. Still got the Mamoswine, which can hurt them. They Shadow Ball. This hurts anything. We get the knockout. In comes Greninja. This thing is physical. I think I go into Dark Side here. Doesn't do anything. And we know this thing has to be banded. So I'm gonna foul play here. I always forget that they're not banded, and that knocks us out. I spent so much time prepping for this match, and we have been walloped. We have been absolutely stomped. This isn't a competition, this is just sad to watch. I have no idea how that Greninja hits so hard. What do they go out into? I think we've got to rely on Mamoswine right now. And they still got Toxicroak, who hasn't done anything yet. Who do they go at? I just need to find out who they go out into now. You could tell from the team build that I worked really hard on this team. Marowak Alolan. Okay. 207. 309. Do I wanna... I think I just Shadow Ball. No Hidden Power Grass, in case I want to go into Seismitoad again. Yeah, I get the knockout. In comes this thing. It's just gonna go for a Dark type move, and do I just lose? It's got to be max attack Greninja. So, and Dark Pulse, 100% one shots. From a choice banded Mamoswine against this thing. So we know it's running Gunk Shot, U-Turn, and Dark Pulse. But if it's ever running a Water type move, like let's assume Hydro Pump is a fair assumption, will 100% knocks us out. It's a Life Orb, that's how it's doing so much damage. I'm gonna go with Manny here, this is totally a mistake. How much does that do? So much! How much can we do to this thing? Ice Shard is 34%, and that's my priority move. And that's if this thing has 0 special defense investment. Wait! Guys, I'm Choice Scarf! Guys, I'm Choice Scarf! Did anyone here think to remind me that I'm Choice Scarf? Because I don't think anyone did. Earthquake 100% knocks this thing out, no matter what the situation is. They went into Corviknight and played me like a bug. They played me like a fool, because I was a fool. I've got to go back into Rotom here. And I can just swap right back into Greninja. And I just need to Volt Switch here. Played by my favourite Pokemon of all time like this. Not my favourite, second favourite. Okay, I'm still Choice Scarfed. I've got an Ice Cold Crash. That is 72%. How much does that do to a Corviknight? Corviknight Bulk Up. It is 64%, but I get to hit it twice. Okay, I get it. How much does this do? That was a crit and it did nothing. It's probably going to U-turn. I sort of hope for like a bunch of flinches here, honestly. Sorry, Manny. I played this very poorly. Flinch. Flinch. Oh, yeah, there they go. I just keep pressing this and hoping. And there's nothing I can do. I sort of hope for those 30% flinch chances to really rack up for me. And then I'm going to switch out and come back in with an Earthquake. Flinch. No. And it's a physical Greninja. So I got a calm mind here. There's 18%. So what do they have? Dark Pulse, Gunk Shot, U-Turn. Not giving up hope yet, because we know we've got to be physical. %, and we are +1 on the special defense. I think I Moonlight. How much does that do? GG. Well, that sucked. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just in a very bad mood because I was really looking forward to this match and it went awfully. I guess our win streak needed to come to an end eventually. Thank you all so much for watching. Congratulations to SirKill for getting another win and clinching playoffs officially. I'm just going to end this now. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you all on the next one, and ODF out. Goodbye.